just want the news, they want the truth. What others hide, I bring to you with evidence. Politics, corruption, human rights. No filters, no fear, just facts. I don't stop until the system shakes. Hello and welcome to Trending Daily. Thursday turned into a historic red letter day for Pakistan and the world as breaking news emerged of a long-awaited peace agreement between the United States and Iran. The deal, officially named the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, signals an end to months of tension, conflict, fears, and global instability. Pakistan stood at the center of this breakthrough, acting as a key mediator alongside regional partners including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. The agreement was signed through a unique hybrid process involving digital confirmation and coordinated international diplomacy. US President Donald Trump signed the document during a formal reception at the Palace of Versailles in France, a symbolic location linked with major historic treaties. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian signed the agreement from his office in Tehran, while Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif officially confirmed and announced the finalized memorandum in Pakistan. The announcement marked Pakistan's second major global diplomatic breakthrough in recent history, reinforcing its role as a bridge between major world powers. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif described Pakistan's role as a facilitator of peace, highlighting years of diplomatic engagement behind the scenes. He credited support from regional allies and emphasized that the agreement reflects collective effort, not unilateral negotiation. The Prime Minister also acknowledged the contribution of Pakistan's military leadership in supporting communication channels during the mediation process. Officials described this as a landmark moment for Pakistan's foreign policy, placing Islamabad at the center of global diplomacy. Following the signing, major developments unfolded rapidly. The United States lifted its blockade on Iranian ports. Vice President J.D. Vance confirmed that millions of barrels of crude oil began moving through the Strait of Hormuz. Shipping routes reopened, signaling the first practical step toward normalization of global trade flows. Markets reacted immediately as oil prices dropped sharply, reflecting reduced risk in global energy supply chains. The Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding outlines a structured roadmap for peace. Iran will allow toll-free passage through the Strait of Hormuz during an initial 60-day negotiation phase. Full restoration of maritime traffic is expected within 30 days, with further technical assessments ongoing. The agreement also includes plans for a major international recovery package estimated at $300 billion aimed at rebuilding Iran's infrastructure and economy. Key issues such as nuclear discussions are deferred for future negotiation phases. But Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif congratulated both US and Iranian leadership for choosing diplomacy over conflict. He praised President Trump for prioritizing peaceful resolution and acknowledged Iranian leaders for their willingness to engage in dialogue. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian expressed appreciation for Pakistan's role and confirmed continued commitment to peaceful cooperation. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and Egypt also welcomed the development, calling it a major step toward regional stability. The agreement extends beyond Iran and the United States. It includes provisions related to regional conflicts, including a call for permanent termination of hostilities in Lebanon. The memorandum emphasizes territorial integrity and calls for reduced military escalation in conflict zones. However, on-ground realities remain complex as military activity continues in part of the region, raising questions about implementation. Despite the breakthrough, global analysts highlight that key challenges remain unresolved. Iran's nuclear program is postponed for future negotiations. Verification mechanisms and compliance measures will play a crucial role in determining the success of the deal. Some political voices in Israel and the United States have expressed skepticism, warning that implementation may face resistance. Energy markets responded strongly to the announcement. Brent crude and West Texas Intermediate both recorded significant decline following news of potential reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Analysts say the removal of geopolitical risk has reduced pressure on global oil prices. Major oil shipments, including Saudi tankers, were reported moving through previously restricted routes. This movement is being described as a major diplomatic milestone for Pakistan. Just as Pakistan played a role in historic US-China normalization decades ago, this agreement places Islamabad once again at the center of global peace efforts. Observers say this could reshape Pakistan's international standing and strengthen its influence in future negotiations. US Vice President J.D. Vance emphasized that compliance and verification will decide the future of the agreement. He warned that benefits of the deal depend on strict adherence to terms. Iranian leadership stated that while there were differing internal opinions, the decision was made in the interest of national stability and regional peace. The International Atomic Energy Agency has indicated readiness to support implementation of technical components of the agreement. Officials say detailed coordination will now begin between US, Iranian, and international representatives. Despite optimism, experts caution that the next 60 days will be critical. Implementation of maritime agreements, lifting of restrictions, and economic commitments will require sustained cooperation. Any breakdown in trust could risk reversing progress. The Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding marks a turning point in modern geopolitics. From conflict to cooperation, from confrontation to negotiation, the world now watches closely as two long-standing rivals begin a fragile but historic journey towards peace. Pakistan stands at the center of this transformation, having played a defining role in shaping what could become one of the most significant diplomatic achievements of the decade. This was Trending Daily. I'm Makhdoom Shahabuddin. See you in the next episode.